Hello everyone, my name is Ng Pei. I am from Group 25. Now we want to present about Buddhism. This is my group member, and this is the content that we need to present for today. I will present history of Buddhism. It's an Indian religion or philosophical tradition based on a series of original teaching ascribed to Gautama Buddha. It originated in ancient India as a Samana tradition sometime between the 6th and 4th century BCE, separating too much of Asia. Buddhism encompasses a village of tradition, belief, and strict practice, practice largely based on the Buddha teaching. Both Siddhartha Gautama in the 5th century BCE and resulting integrated philosophy. Buddhism also is the world's fourth large religion. Next, I will present about population of religion chart in Malaysia. For the overview, population of Malaysia in 2022 is 32.7 million or 3.27 crores. See in the pie chart, Buddhism also is Theravada, occupied 19.8%, and Hindu occupied 6.3%, Islam occupied 61.3%, Christianity occupied 9.2%, and Chinese folk religion also is Mahayana Buddhism, occupied 3.4%. See inside the pie chart, Buddhism is the second large religion's domination in Malaysia after Islam. This is my part presentation. Next, I will pass to my others member. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ui Ai Ting. So the coming I will explain about the major school of Buddhism. So major school of Buddhism got two types. One is the Theravada Buddhism and one is the Mahayana Buddhism. So my part is to handle the Theravada Buddhism. Okay, so the coming can see this one is the Theravada Buddhism temple. So this all temple can find at the Kuala Lumpur. For the picture can saw it, the Buddhism there when they prayers time they're just using the flower and food for the dedication for the Buddha. Okay. So next, okay, this is about the Theravada Buddhism. So Theravada Buddhism is include ethnic Chinese, Siam, and small number of the Burmese, Sinhalese, and Indians. Okay, so the Theravada has preserved their visual of Gautama Buddha teaching or Buddha Dharma in the Pali Canon for over a millennium. Okay, number two is the Dimachakara or wave of Dharma. Drama is a visible symbol using in South Asia religions such as Hinduism, Jainism, and especially Buddhism. So from here, this is the symbol for the wave of Dharma. Okay. So number four is the Theravada, like all other Buddhism school, claim to adhere more closely to the original doctrines and practiced through by the Buddha. Okay, Theravadins accept as authoritative to Parikano of ancient Indian Buddhism and trade their Centralian languages back to the elders who follow in the tradition of the senior mode of the first Buddha Siang of community. Okay, then next, okay, Vesak Day. So what is the Vesak Day? So Vesak is the day of full moon in the month of May. So it's the most sacred day to millions of Buddhism around the world. It was on the day of Vesak 2.5 million years ago, in the year 623 BC, that the Buddha was born. So we were celebrating Vesak also mean making special effort to be happiness to the unfortunate like the aged and the disabled and the sick. So in the Malaysia, Vesak Day also will be celebrated on May and it had been selected as public holiday in Malaysia. Okay, so next is about the Mahayana Buddhism. So I will pass to my group member. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Angeline. So I'm going to talk about the Mahayana Buddhism. So the Mahayana Buddhism believe that the right path of the follower will lead to the redemption of all human beings. The Hinayana believe that each person is responsibility for his own fate. Along with these doctrines, these are other Buddhist belief like the Zen Buddhism from the Japan and the Hindu Tantric Buddhism from the Tibet. So the second one is the Mahayana. Mahayana is a term for a board of group Buddhist traditions, texts, and philosophy and practice. Mahayana Buddhism developed in India and it's considered of the two main existing branch of the Buddhism. So Mahayana talks a great deal about the Bodhisattva. So it's the enlightenment begins the ideal way for the Buddhists to live. Anyone can embark on the Bodhisattva path. This is a way of life, a way of the selflessness, and it is a deep wish for all beings, no matter who they are, to be liberate from suffering. So the next one, I'm going to talk about the Mahayana Buddhism say that there are the three aspects of Buddhahood. So which is described by the regarding Buddha as having three bodies, as we call Trikaya. So the first one, Dhammakaya. Okay, Buddha is a transcendent. He is the same thing as the ultimate truth. So the second one is Sambhogakaya, is the Buddha body of the bliss or enjoyment body. The third one is the Nirmanakaya. So this one is the Buddha earthly body, just like any other human being's body. So this one is the Mahayana Buddhism. It's all about the Mahayana Buddhism. So we're going to see the next one. The next one, we're going to see the temple. Okay, these are the Mahayana Chinese temple. As also we can call the Buddhist temple, but this one different with the Theravada Buddhist temple. Okay, so Theravada Buddhist temple no need to use the incense to pray, just only use food and flower. So this one we need to use the thing to pray, burn something like this. So the first one we can see, the first picture is we call Guan Yin. Okay, we will pray. Some people will pray Guan Yin. The second picture is the we call as Tapekong, Topekong. Okay, this one also got Chinese who pray. And the last one is the temple. It look like very grand, very big one. So this one is the Mahayana Chinese temple. It's different from the Theravada temple. Okay. So next, we're going to show you a video about the Buddhist history. So this one is the video.
Gautama Buddha. He was the founder of Buddhism. He was born in 480 before Common Era in Lumbini, Nepal. His father's name was King Siddhartha and mother's name was Mahapasapati Gautami. His father was the king of a large clan called the Shakya and his mother was a queen. He was brought up in a palace with all the comforts and luxuries possible. When he was a little boy, some wise scholars predicted that he would become either a great king or a renowned spiritual leader. His father tried his best to keep his young son away from the miseries of the world. It is said his father had a premonition that Siddhartha would one day renounce the world. When Siddhartha was 16, his father arranged his marriage with a girl of the same age named Yashodhara. This marriage produced one son, Rahula, who became a novice monk at the age of 7 and spent the rest of his life with his father. At the age of 29, Siddhartha left his palace and family to lead an ascetic life. He thought that living a life of self-denial will provide him with the answers he was looking for. For the next 6 years, he lived a life of extreme austerity, eating very little food and fasting till he became very weak. Over these years, he also gained 5 followers. By fasting, he did not get any answer he sought. After starving himself for days, he once accepted a bowl of rice from a young girl. Not a right way. His followers abandoned him, believing that he had given up on his spiritual quest. He started meditating under a fig tree to find enlightenment. By this time, he saw his entire life and previous lives in his thoughts. After meditating for 49 days, he finally found the answers. He found pure enlightenment, and in that moment of enlightenment, Siddhartha Gautama became the Buddha, which means awakened one, or the enlightened one. At the time of his enlightenment, he gained complete insight into the cause of suffering and the steps necessary to eliminate it. He called these steps the Four Noble Truths. He went to the Deer Park in Asitpatana where he found followers who abandoned him. He preached his first sermon to them and the others. In his sermon, he focused on 4 noble truths: suffering, cause of suffering, state of mind free from suffering, and way to end suffering. The principal figure in Buddhism, he is also worshipped as a manifestation of God in Hinduism, Ahmadiyya Muslim community, and the Baha'i faith. He died on 400 before Common Era at the age of 80. The mind is everything. What you think you become, said Gautama Buddha.
Okay, this is all about the Buddhist history video. So the last one is the reference that we found, okay, and for all the Buddhist thing we found in the website. So this one is the reference. So thank you.